Hello, welcome. I trust that this channeled message through a tarot reading will find somebody or people that it is meant to find. Um, I'm feeling that it is a message about someone who is really laying the foundations of their spiritual journey. And yeah, I was doing a meditation before and having some visuals come through, so I'm gonna see if the cards will connect with that, with those feelings and those visuals that I was experiencing. So I'm just gonna jump right in. Okay. 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 Interesting. We have the Ace of Cups reversed, the Hierophant, and the Two of Pentacles reversed. The Ace of Cups reversed. It feels like there's a fear around a new beginning, a new emotional beginning, or there's a blockage around a new emotional beginning. There's some work that needs to be done here. There's the Hierophant, which speaks to. Ooh. All right. That came out of nowhere. Like really kind of dogmatic and rigid structures, and it feels like there's a push against this. I mean, this can be really helpful in some cases, but it feels like there's like a tension here or a push against it. And the Two of Pentacles reversed. There's something out of balance here. There's something that has been juggled, or that was being juggled, has been dropped and fallen by the wayside. I'm going to need some more clarity on this. Okay, yeah, the Ten of Swords. There's a lot of mental. It came out sideways. So this mental cage, or this mental confusion, this is like the final stages of it. So it feels like it is dissipating, it's disappearing, it is being dissolved, it is being worked through. And oh, okay, at the bottom of the deck, I saw the Empress. Sorry, my speaker just turned off. That was maybe loud. The Empress. Okay, you're really poised, and it you know sitting in your sensuality and your feeling body, the senses, like highly connected to your senses and the world around you. Okay, but if so, why the Ace of Cups reversed? There's a not wanting to go on this journey, but why? Okay, what about this journey do we need to know more about? Can I have some more clarity on this? Okay, the Two of Clubs. This card can be seen as like a fork in the road. In this depiction, there's a girl just kind of looking off into the distance, so just like wondering about the journey ahead. But again, it's the two, so it's like balancing the creative energy in this one. And the Two of Pentacles is about balancing the like physical realm, things in the physical reality. Okay, well, it feels like there's some kind of balance in the emotional realm, and yet, or sorry, in the creative realm, in the realm of movement, and yet something is stuck in the not wanting to move forward here. Okay, can I have some more clarity on this? What is not being able to be balanced properly at this time? The Three of Cups. Oh! And it came out reversed. So, like harmony with other people. This could be the aspects of yourself. There's certain elements within yourself that are in disharmony. And what are they? Okay, yeah, the Hanged Man and the Six of Clubs. The Hanged Man is about, yeah, kind of like surrendering to the situation. In this depiction, it's a mermaid. She's swimming to the bottom of the ocean. She's inverted. So looking at things from a different perspective, surrendering to the experience to gain more clarity or to find a different perspective of the situation. Okay, and then the Six of Clubs. There's big cats, leopards or jaguars on this card. There's something in your reality or something within you is making you feel like giving up, or you're not feeling strong in a certain area. Okay. What is working against you at this time? Okay. The Wheel of Fortune reversed. It feels like something is not in alignment. The wheel is not turning in your favor at this time. Or maybe that's how you feel, and maybe that's not the reality. Maybe this is what you're perceiving to be true, but it feels like there's... Okay. Yeah, something feels stuck. Something feels rigid. Something feels like it's not moving. What is working for you right now? Yeah, okay. I was waiting for this card to come out. This is what I was feeling earlier in my meditation. So what came out was the Devil, and it's on its side. It's sideways. And okay, so what I'm getting from this is that there is some shadows coming to the surface. Your shadows are surfacing, and a deep shadow work is called upon at this time, and that's why maybe things don't feel like they're progressing, but it's because the shadows are what you need to look at, and I know they're scary. They can be quite frightening. And or maybe there's this moment of pause, going back to the Hanged Man. There's this moment of pause, and you might feel kind of like enveloped in a kind of bubble, or it could even feel magical. A magical scenario where you are diving into your shadows and really, really looking at them like square in the face. And what do I mean by shadow? Like, what do we mean when we say shadow? The shadow or shadows are aspects of ourselves, aspects of our psyche that have been rejected, or like they could even have different like taboo labels attached to them, and it's something that is like relegated to the shadows that we push away and we push down until, I mean, sometimes there's a point in our life, if we're called to do higher spiritual work, where we have to look at them. It is part of the journey, and it is sometimes an earlier part of the journey, and it can be um, that journey through them and embracing them and integrating them can be um, quite heightened energetically, a very heightened experience, and it could almost feel like a very like like a higher frequency experience. And I think in some ways it is. And what's interesting about the shadow, just shadows in general, physically, is that in order for there to be a shadow, we need to shine light onto something that then casts the shadow. So light um, is equally important in this scenario, and we all have both light and dark qualities within us. And if there was no light at all, if there was the absence of light, it would be complete blackness or complete darkness. Something to consider. So I guess through this, what I'm encouraging you to do is, if you've already started this process of working with your shadows, to see it through to the end. And if you're just at the beginning and it feels, I don't know, it could feel any number of things. It could feel scary. It could feel but that you really want to break free from these rigid structures. And yeah, that like follow that feeling. There might be a fork in the road where you have to make a choice. You've come to a fork and you have to make some kind of choice. And here's where you need to listen to your intuition and trust yourself. And things could feel kind of out of whack at the moment, but it's all happening for you in order for you to integrate that shadow and to really learn about yourself and learn about your intuition and about the darker aspects of yourself, which they're a part of you. They must be accepted in order for you to continue on the journey to where you're going. So I think this is a really beautiful thing. And it's a lot, but it's a good thing. Are there any more messages that, yeah, okay. And this is what this energy is working towards, is the death. There's something that needs to die. There's a part of you that needs to die so that life can regenerate into something new. And that is a beautiful thing. Death is not a scary thing. It shouldn't be considered a scary thing. Death is a very normal and natural part of life, and it is part of the whole cycle. And just like with, the outer reality, people die, animals die, and obviously it's very sad when we're close to those people, and we need to grieve that, but it is a part of the regeneration of life. And that's the same as within you. There's parts of you that over time will die, and then the energy that made up that part will be recycled and rebuilt into something new, regenerated into something new. And that's what's being called on right now. Are there any other messages that you want to come out? Okay, this one came out kind of sideways, but it's the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles. I'm getting like the stability that you're seeking, or the connection or stability you're seeking with somebody else outside of you could feel tricky at this moment. And it's all a part of it. That's a part of the story that's unfolding. And things might appear a certain way, but may end up in a very, like, your understanding of the situation might be very different in the future. I don't know if that's going to be helpful for you now, but I guess just trust that this is happening for you. And there is an aspect of you, there's always an aspect of you that you can lean on and trust and lean into for, like, grounding, to be grounded, to remain, like, centered and rooted to the earth. Okay. Oh. And the Emperor, yes, like, you are the leader of your life. You are the emperor of your life. You have authority over yourself. And remember that. Remember that through this experience in this situation. Okay. Yeah, and I think for some that this experience could feel very mystical and otherworldly. And perhaps getting caught up in that story is part of the lesson and the understanding. But, like, these pentacles are here to remind you that, like, you do need to remain grounded, and, like, there needs to be some kind of structure that you can fall back on if things become chaotic. You need to be able to lean on yourself and trust yourself. Okay, I'm not going to pull any more cards. That was a lot of cards from the tarot deck. I'm going to pull some oracle cards. The rainbow, beautiful. And then let's see if another one wants to come out. Okay, the hummingbird and the beloved, beautiful. So the rainbow, there's always, like, a light at the end of this experience. There's something, like a gift to be given to you through this experience. The hummingbird. I mean, I've associated hummingbirds with joy, and, like, beauty, like their iridescence, and they are very fairy-like as well. I feel like they could be connected to the fairy realm. I might read this. It came out reversed. The hummingbird, 26. Despite being so little, hummingbirds are great journeyers, migrating between North and Central or South America to feed from the summer nectar. This gentle creature can be fiercely territorial to protect its home. Hummingbird teaches us to be gentle to ourselves and protect our personal space. Hummingbird invites you to embark on your epic quest. Bypass the dung pile of old pain and hurts. Head for the flowers and learn to trust the calling you hear ever so softly. Okay. And then the reversed meaning, this mighty being comes to teach you stillness and motion and to trust your inner knowing that the sweetest nectar is assured. Failing to act when the moment is right can spoil your journey. If you feel your safety, comfort, or day-to-day survival are more important than saying yes to the invitation to explore the unknown, you will have to work much harder to achieve what is being offered to you freely now. Still your mind, even in the midst of your very hectic schedule, and heed the gentle voice that calls to you to test new wings. Yeah, I do feel like this is an invitation, and I am like, not urging you, but giving you some, I guess, just advice that you can trust yourself. Like, you can go on this journey. This is meant for you. And Yeah. The beloved, it's a heart, two hands encircling. I think this could be somebody in your awareness, somebody that you're connected to, and this person could be very connected to this journey that you're undergoing. Trust that this person who has entered into your life at this time is like a central figure in this story that's unfolding. They may not be forever, but that connection is powerful and important and necessary right now. But this person could also just be yourself. Um, Trust the connection you have with yourself. Trust the connection you have to the divine, and lean on that all the time. Find ways to connect each and every day to yourself and the divine, because that will help you feel tethered to this experience as well. Tethered to the earth, grounded, rooted, and tethered to the divine realms that are here to guide and support you on this journey. So I think I will leave it there. Thank you if you stuck around and listened to this, and I hope that it was helpful in some way. And yeah, I love you, and I hope you have a beautiful day or evening or night.